Every country around the world has its own little Christmas traditions. Mexico, for example, has Las Posadas, Czechia has shoe tossing, America has rampant consumerism.
And here in Scotland we have Hogmanay, which occurs on New Year's Eve. But there's not a lot of New Year's cartoons around.
Which is funny because there is one very obvious story about New Year's that gave one Golden Age animation house its one lasting legacy.
Aye, there is. I'm Hammy.
And I'm Benedict, and this is a special festive edition of Old School Cartoons. Now, this cartoon was a standard level request from Jennifer Schillig. Fortunately, we were already thinking of doing this one. It is, of course, Columbia Screen Gems' 1937 cartoon, Little Match Girl.
Columbia Screen Gems are not as well remembered as other Hollywood animation houses, but this cartoon is probably the one that is most well remembered from them. It is, of course, based on a story by Hans Christian Andersen and was directed by Sid Marcus and Art Davis, the latter of whom had a pretty good career with Warner Brothers in the 40s.
Well, I know about Art Davis, but I don't know what happened to the other guy, though.
He directed a few Spider-Man cartoons in the 60s.
Okay, well for now let's tack a cup of kindness yet and give this one a little look through.
The cartoon starts, naturally, at the moment of the new year. The bells are ringing and everyone's celebrating. They're celebrating so hard, in fact, that they're ignoring a little girl selling matches.
Well, so much for that cup of kindness.
Aye, Robbie Burns needs to make a rewrite. The wee lassie rushes towards a bakery and gazes upon the warm pancakes cooking in the window.
Jeez, guys, can't you just let her have a moment?
Aye, they really are just so nasty. They must all be Rangers fans. Unable to bear how overwhelming it all is, the girl slips away weakly to a poor part of town. To a lonely corner under a porch. Now, it's worth noting a key difference this cartoon has to the original story. In Andersen's original text, she had an abusive father who threatened to beat the shite out of her if she didn't sell matches. In this version, she's an orphan and homeless.
Which would have been disturbingly commonplace during the Great Depression of the 30s. Or today, for that matter.
So the lass tries to warm herself with one of the matches. But it gets blown out, so she lights another one. Then that gets blown out. Oh man, God's an arsehole. With this third match, she dreams up a nice warm bed.
Spoilers.
As she gets to the room, she finds some strange stairs and follows them all the way up to...
This looks pleasant.
Bit sickly for my tastes. The girl starts exploring the cherry-filled paradise as doves drop roses, and she suddenly finds herself swinging.
Well, that's nice of them.
Nice. Look at this shot. A DeviantArt clearly animated this.
What, 60 years before DeviantArt was even a thing?
While what appears to be the Archangel plays a harp, typical, the doves and cherubs decorate a Christmas tree.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Hammy?
I think so. From the top. It's Christmas in heaven. Oh, the children sing. It's Christmas in heaven. Hark, hark, those kirk bells ring. It's Christmas. Okay, Bandit, I think they get the idea. Then the doves give the girl a present.
Aw, that is so sweet of them.
Aye, actually, that is pretty nice. Then they pour stardust over her and give her some new clothes. Nice. And they have a boat parade for their new arrival and sit her on a throne. Okay, is this how everyone is greeted when you arrive through the pearly gates?
I wouldn't know, I haven't read Dante's Paradiso lately.
Well, then a storm stirs up and proceeds to blow down paradise.
Well, so much for eternal peace.
And the girl rushes to a candle to try and warm herself, but... They really went there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, finally, an angel arrives to take her soul. She comforts the little girl and then takes her up to heaven. We can only hope she gets what she dreamed of.
So that was heavy.
It's not hard to see why this cartoon is still remembered even if Screen Gems' other cartoons have been forgotten. This story really resonates. You really want to see this wee lass on her prize in life, even if you know how the story ends. And the backgrounds are pretty too, especially when we get to heaven. Yes, I agree, Hammy. The only problem here is that the character animation and designs aren't as polished as, say, Disney or MGM, but it doesn't take away the impact this film had. So it's not quite a perfect 12, but still a score of 10 is pretty good going. Basically, if there is any cartoon Screen Gems should be remembered for, it's this one. And if you can handle the heavy stuff, this one is well worth a watch. And what a legacy to leave, that.
Oh, are you crying?
No, okay, I am.
Oh, don't worry, Hammy. I was moved by it too. You're not alone.
Okay, thanks a lot. I'm a wee bit better now.
Alright then, let's close out. I'm Benedict.
And I'm Hammy.
And we'll catch you on the next Old School Cartoons. See you in the new year!